we'll have stuff in the guild bank. If there's anything you see that you'd like that's not in the free tab, let us know, and we can get somebody to get it out. Post in the bank request or DM somebody. One of the officers. I would like to be able to just have people have access to most of the bank, but I got burned in Original Wrath when one of our officers got hacked and we lost an entire guild's worth of stuff, so I keep it locked down. But okay. I have not done this trash in 12 years, and I only did it once or twice. I think we got through the first 4 bosses back in the day before I retired from the game. So if anybody has any comments on how the trash goes, I am willing to listen.
I think we have to kill stuff and not die. That's what I do.
Just turn things away. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, this trash is a joke. It doesn't really do anything noteworthy.
All right. Sounds good.
They do aggro drop a little bit, but nothing.
Nothing we haven't seen before.
I was gonna say that, yeah, there's one mob that does an aggro drop. I just don't remember what it's called.
But it's not.
Yeah. All right. I'll take left. You've got right. And don't go past because of the guys on the other side of the doorway. Pulling these guys in. Shoot. I knew it was a bad idea as soon as it left my hands.
We are the extension of our Empress's will. Ours is but to serve in her divine name.
That is a long stun.
Never to question nor to contemplate. We simply act. We fight, toil, and serve so that her vision for us is made reality. Her happiness is our reward. Her sorrow, our failure. We will give our lives for the Empress without hesitation. She is the light, and without her, our lives will be lost to darkness.
Get yellow up.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
You need to share.
You got deleted.
Yeah.
I got stunned. It was like a 4-second stun. Bring it back this way, Mars. Thank you. All right, let's get this. I'm looking in the wrong direction.
The chaff of the world tumbles across our doorstep, driven by fear. Her royal storm will whisk them away.
God.
Do we have to clear this group up here?
Yes.
I think you have to clear everything.
Yeah, everything.
You got to clear the whole room.
Is this the one where he jumps around the steps? I mean, the platforms?
Yes.
3 different
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah, okay.
Taunt doesn't seem to work on these guys, so
No,
What?
it doesn't.
you pull it, you tank it. If you pull it, bring it back to the tanks, please, so that we can have it in the AoE.
They are but the waves crashing upon the mountain of her divine will. They may rise,
I forgot to share again.
but will accomplish nothing.
Get him up. At least these things are stunnable.
There's some sort of AoE that they keep doing.
Yeah, if you keep them stacked and all face the right way, the same way, nobody will get hit except the tanks.
Alright, let's go left first.
I shared that time.
Damn, only 1,000,000 DPS.
Let's watch the knockbacks. Don't knock them into other groups.
We are unfazed. We will stand.
On those
Yeah,
groups, on those groups, since they don't follow the tanks, we should probably all stay stacked, maybe near the bottom of the stairs, so that they end up coming to the bottom of the stairs regardless of who they're on.
Can you wait
Well.
10 seconds on this poll?
Stack
That's a
stack beside
suggestion.
this besides this
Do
pillar.
the front group first.
Okay.
The only reason I say that is because when the boss does come down, he does go active, and you don't want to take him right away, and he will go off to the right anyway.
All right. Pulling.
The Divine challenges us to face these intruders.
Okay, so when they're all dead, he just drops.
Yeah, so I just say take them up on where they're standing right now. Just everyone go up there.
Are we... We need to talk about the boss, though.
He drops in the
He
middle.
drops to the middle platform. You won't be over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I suggested going up there, to avoid that.
Okay, I thought he just dropped where he was standing. Okay. Everybody up on the platform.
And a ring of frost.
Pull that elemental up.
And so it falls to us, her chosen voice.
Okay. Eat the feast. This is... They call it a 2-phase fight. I really would count it as 4, but... the first 3 phases kind of go together, and then the last phase is its own thing. The first part, until he reaches 80%, he's going to be on this platform. And his big ability on this platform is Force and Verve. And he will create 4 domes, the honeycomb bubbles that you see like in Siege and Azal Temple. And when he's casting Force and Verve, we need to get under the bubbles. They will protect 7 people each. There should be 4 of them, 2 in melee range and 2 further out. So make sure you're being I don't know if they just wouldn't give you the buff, but make sure we're splitting up and using all 4 shields. When he reaches 80%, he's going to go to the left platform, the far platform, he'll leave behind it. Is the Echo on heroic or
There's 2 echoes on heroic. There's only 1 on normal. You're talking about
in
twirls,
in the
right?
first part of it? Because the guide says that when he goes over to the other platform but leaves an Echo here.
That's heroic.
Heroic. Okay, great. That was very unclear in the guide. Anyway, so when he reaches 80%, he's going to fly over to the left platform. We're going to follow him as quickly as possible. If he's there too long with nobody in melee range, he's going to start casting an AoE. So we got to get a tank and some healers over there as fast as possible, and really everybody. His ability on that platform, his special ability, is Attenuation. He's going to send out sonic rings. Remember Archimedes? They kind of go out. It looked like they kind of go out in a spiral shape. So I was seeing in the videos that you kind of run in a spirals to avoid being hit. They're not insta death, but don't get hit by 2 of them.
DBM will tell you which way to start moving for those also.
Yeah, whether it's like clockwise or counterclockwise.
It'll say left or right.
Okay. So that is his special ability on that platform. And at 60%, he's going to go to the center platform. There, he is going to mind control a couple people every so often, and they, of course, will have buffed health and damage, and we have to DPS them down to 50% to break the mind control. That's pretty simple in the way it works, anyway. On all of the platforms, well, let me double check. Yes, on all of the platforms, he's going to have he's going to have an inhale and an exhale. The inhale is just a him thing, and the exhale is going to target a player and do physical damage and a stun. It's a lot of damage, so they recommend having somebody who's intending to stand between the boss and the person targeted. So that'll be what the spare tank, because it's 1 tank at that point. That'll be what the whichever of us is not tanking will do. So he does that on all 3 platforms. When somebody is selected, are they able to run and like take it out of the raid?
You don't want to do that because then you just run in between somebody on accident. You just got to be max range from the boss and stand still and everyone else move. That's the best way to do it.
Okay.
And the tank just jumps in there.
From the other day when we did it, it was a stun, couldn't move.
Oh, that's right. It says that it does have a stun. So everybody else be aware of who's getting targeted and get out of the way. Let the tank be the one to intercept. So
Also for that, Kelly, that if Elo gets targeted from it, you have to jump inside the beam.
Okay. So that's phase 1. He does exhale And then on each of the 3 platforms, he does his special for that platform, the Force and Verve, the Attenuation, or the Mind Control. Second phase, the other big thing. We have to be on these platforms because he's going to put pheromones in the lower area that in the guide said damage and a silence. Yes.
It's mostly the silence. The damage isn't that high.
Right. I was just double checking that didn't look like it was heroic only because I don't trust anything now. Okay. So when we are running across, we'll be silenced. So if you need to pop a health stone, healers aren't going to be able to heal you. Things like warlock portals are useful. And we do have 3 warlocks. So for phase 1, we have to stay up on these platforms, get between them as quickly as possible, and stay out of the pheromones. At 40%, he's going to dismiss the pheromones and go down to the middle. He will continue to do Force and Verve, and he will continue to do Attenuation. Is the Echo in phase 2 a heroic only thing?
Yep.
Okay. Then that's all we have to worry about. So phase 2, we'll hero at the start of phase 2, dodge all the sonic rings, get under the bubbles when we need to, and I don't remember if he continues to do exhale, but we'll have dealt with it for the rest of the fight, so we'll know what to do.
Exhale is just something that stacks throughout the fight. He gets to 3 stacks, then it resets, and it's just something that you have to heal through.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Who's staying behind and who's going forward? We swap
I
platforms?
think we can all go because it's on regular.
Oh, right.
Yeah, on heroic, we'd have to leave somebody behind to finish off the copy. But that's for another week. Okay. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. Don't forget your flasks. Elo, I'll pick him up this time if you can get over to the other platform and pick him up quickly. You're probably faster than me
Okay.
for the second platform. All right.
Can we get all 3 warlock portals up?
Yeah. Jeff and
5,
Igor, if you can put up
4,
your portals.
3, 2, 1.
The divine chose us to give mortal voice to her divine will. We are but the vessel that enacts her will.
Get under a shield. There's one in front of him. Looks like there are 3 bubbles on regular.
Each
Exhale.
can take
Slowly.
9.
Henadel. Okay, he's about to move.
Skip.
Alright. Elo's got him. Alright, this one is the Sonic Rings. Pretty good, guys. Let me get Vish up. Attenuation in 3. And here he goes. I don't have a timer on the mind control.
Her will is
Here it
greater
is.
than all. You will join us, or you will perish.
Gotta burn him to 50%.
Ours is but to serve. Yours is but to die.
Just a little recommendation when he phases, just wait until the gas disappears before you run down in.
Is greater than us all.
Good call.
You will join us, or you will perish.
Alright. So stay at the top of the steps. And we'll hero as soon as we get down there. Spread out around him. Or at least spread out in that half of the room. Okay, attenuation, dodge the rings. Find a bubble. Attenuation. Let's go the other way.
Her will
in a bubble. Range break bubbly out if you can. Attenuation.
Her will is greater than us all. You will join us, or you will perish. Behold the voice of her divine wrath.
%. If we can get any other battle reses out, do it. Attenuation.
We will not give in to the despair of the dark void. If her will for us is to perish, then it shall be so.
I was not expecting that. I'm just scouting.
There's rooms on each side that have like packs of 5 or 6.
Right. Elo's got little one aggro, so, and I think Mia's working, so I was just seeing how big the packs are.
One of them would have to be stacked for. They each do one of the abilities of the boss, and I can't remember which one it is.
It's this one
Unseen
over here, I
stress.
think.
I think it's this one too, right, that we're looking at right now. Oh yeah, he has the unseen strike.
All right, it'll be just a second. All right. Let's go. Okay, everybody into the room and stack.
We have to be behind the person gets the unseen strike.
All right, straight across this one.
Nothing big. That one is, that we just did is the only really one that's going to kill everybody. This ability is supposedly broken. I don't know if it's fixed or not.
On the
It's
boss.
his not fixed, still broken.
It's not. So what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to target somebody and it's supposed to jump or hit them, and it's supposed to spread like a
Bleed.
tick, yeah, on everybody in 8 yards. But it's only hitting the one person. It's not spreading.
Okay.
A lot of people had the debuff. It just wasn't doing much.
Yeah, and it doesn't do much anyways.
Watch out for tornadoes. So this one is probably the Blade Tempest.
This one's overwhelming assault.
It's one that melts the tank's face off if you take too many stacks.
Okay.
Just killed the one you're thinking of.
10 is doing some add-on management. Taunting.
Damn it. Okay.
A blue.
Learn from the coming display of martial prowess.
Okay. We'll be tanking the boss in the center of the cross here. He will throw out tornadoes, and they will not despawn. So if we get too many tornadoes around us, we'll have to drag them some direction. Don't get hit by the tornadoes. There is, as that mini boss or trash guy did, there's a debuff that he puts on the tank. One guide I read said 1 stack, the other said 2 stacks. Let's try 2 because it's like 45 seconds.
On normal, you can take 2.
Okay. So we'll be swapping. His first big ability that everybody needs to know about is the Unseen Strike. That is the one that this guy did, that he picks a person, and then a few seconds later, he's going to hit them for a lot of damage and knock them back. And that damage is split among everybody else who's hit and knocks them back as well. So we need the whole raid to be stacked behind the person who's marked, so that and we need to aim ourselves so that when we got knocked back, we don't get knocked into tornadoes. So that is the stack mechanic that we have to be aware of. And if wind step is broken, wind step is supposed to be that he will disappear and reappear the Unseen Strike is. He'll pick somebody and hit them with a bleed, and it's supposed to hit everybody else within 10 yards, but apparently it's broken, so it's only making the target bleed. Normally that would mean we'd have to be spread out so that we're not getting the whole raid with that heavy damage. But I'm guessing if it's broken, we can just stack up so that we don't have to move around as much for the Unseen Strike. His third big ability is Blade Tempest. He'll do a whirlwind, does lots of damage, and it sucks you in. So you need to run away from it and not get pulled in. That's phase 1, and he'll be in that phase until he hits 20%. We'll use Hero on the pull, I think. Because phase 2 is a pain. In phase 2, he's going to fly to one end or the other of this long alley and knock all of us back. Does he knock us all back to the other end? We all start at the other end?
He sucks everyone to
Yeah.
the middle with tornadoes, and then he'll knock
then
us all the
goes
way
to
to
an
the end. Yeah.
Okay. So there's no way to avoid being the full length away from him.
Nope.
Okay. That's what I thought I remembered. So we'll have to run the length of this space to be able to DPS him, and he's going to put tornadoes. He's going to send tornadoes down the alley here that we have to dodge. If you get hit by a tornado, you get knocked all the way back to the beginning.
You don't go back to the beginning, but you get set back a little bit of ways.
Okay, maybe on heroic.
Yeah, maybe.
Further. Okay. Anyway, don't get hit. And that phase 2 is just dodge the tornadoes and burn in that last 20%. So, phase one, tank swapping, tornadoes, the unseen strike, stack behind the person who is being marked. And wind step is the bleed and the whirlwind, the blade tempest. That I think is it. Ranged and heals probably. Let's have you sort of grouped up outside at max range. And hopefully that will bait him to put the tornadoes further away from melee. And for the unseen strike, whoever is marked, your job is to stand still and have your back to the safe area that we want to be knocked into, because he's going to hit you in the front and the rest of us should be behind. So, any questions?
They really should be brought to one of these pillars where I am right now. One of the 4 in the room. And then everybody should be stacked behind them so that the knockback doesn't knock you back.
But wouldn't we end up getting tornadoes all there?
You go to a different pillar then if it's not safe. That's why you have multiple pillars submarked. It's the safest spot in the room to put the unseen strikes.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's try that.
So that when everybody stack collapses, so when they go to square or whatever, the unseen strike person just stands in front of them and they get knocked back into the pillar and they don't go all over the room.
All right. We'll start, I think we'll start on green. And I'm guessing in phase 2, there's no need to tank him. He's just staying in there. Because,
Correct.
Yeah, they would give the tank some mechanic to get there.
Yeah, you just want to get down there as quick as possible, and then at 10%, he will flip to the other side. So you have to do the tunnel run twice.
All right.
Make sure you're topped off before you start running.
When we pull, if everybody just put your back against the facet of the pillar, like where the triangle is, right next to that lantern. And I'll try to get him positioned there.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On your guard, invaders. I, Kayak, Lord of Blades, will be your opponent.
Said at 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't want to start tanking them there. You want to be more over into this hallway.
Moving to square.
Perfect.
Everybody should be against the pillar.
No, they shouldn't be. You don't want to tank them on the markers.
Towards the door.
I'll show you after this pull if we don't kill it.
Unseen strike coming up.
Stacked.
Tornado right there.
Ah, not so far.
Yeah, I think there's a little miscommunication with the
Well, you want to
stacking
basically,
mechanic.
Yeah.
if you can see where I am right now, you kind of want to start tanking them right here. And all the range DPS wants to kind of be on the back side of them so that the tornadoes are dropping at the back side of the room. And then when an unforeseen strike comes out, we all want to go to one of the markers. We have about 5 seconds, so we have time to get to the markers. And then that's where the unseen strike will come out. And then you just want to kind of bring them back. When this part of the room fills up with tornadoes, you slowly want to start moving them to the other side of the room. It's kind of like a soft enrage timer.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really want to move the boss. One unseen strike is going to come out.
Is the technique of a blade lord. This is the technique of a blade lord.
All right, we have wipe recovery.
So yeah, when we start, you kind of want to start tanking them right about roughly where I am right now. And then all the DPS should be on. We can actually start over here. All the DPS should be spread out loosely around this backside here so that the tornadoes are dropping back here first. And then when that part gets filled up, then we slowly work our way here. So the first two we will use triangle and square. We just don't want to drop tornadoes on them.
Okay, that was the part that I was unclear about. All right, there's Feast.
So yeah, everybody should be starting over here. Phase 2 is also kind of a joke, Callie. If you might want hero before then.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On your guard, invaders.
Unseen Strike in 5. Going to blue. Okay.
Taunted.
Thank you. Unseen Strike in 8. Go to green. Too soon.
Okay, Callie up.
I'm gonna wait for the strike to go out.
Just can't drop tornadoes where we're supposed to stack.
Ranged tails might want to move towards this end a little bit.
Haunted.
Thank you. Unseen Strike in 4. Timer must be off.
There you go.
Cool.
Unseen Strike come out.
I taunted.
Thank you. Taunting. Unseen Strike, we're going to go to star.
Not yet. Now.
Turn around.
Get off of star.
This is the technique of a blade lord.
Coming up. Unseen striking 2.
This is the technique of a
Alright, wipe it up.
perfect cut. A perfect cut.
Do we have wipe recovery? Thank you. And I think the timer is just that it's available to cast, in which case we should all be ready for it, but not necessarily overstanding on the marker.
So he's always going to
If-
cast a tornado before he does the unseen strike. So if he hasn't casted a tornado, then he's pretty much not going to do the strike.
Put a scrap bot down if anybody needs it.
You should probably hero the right off the bat too. It's only this
Yeah.
phase that's a problem. The next phase isn't. As long as people can dodge the tornadoes, it's pretty easy.
If we're gonna do that, can we tank him where he's at currently?
I think that's not a bad idea because
Yeah, we could use
moving
that
him,
space.
moving him that far at the beginning turns into a bit of a problem. So if ranged would start over near triangle, no.
You can run
It's
behind
also
the
not
boss.
It's also not necessarily a bad thing to be knocked back, because if you all get knocked back in the correct location, you just naturally will move to the next area of the room that you'll need to be.
Yeah, we can actually tank him right there and start leaving the tornadoes around there so we can have more time to use the pillars later on.
Yeah, like we start all
Right.
the right here on star, and just drop all the tornadoes right here, and then we'll stack over usually around where the green marker's at, and then get launched into this little cove, basically, and then we'll spread out in this particular area and drop the tornadoes here, and then we'll move over to where we currently are all right now, and drop the tornadoes in over here before finally moving into the last cove. Each time using the Unseen Strike basically to launch us in that direction.
Mhm. We will change things up a little bit. Whoever gets unseen strike, stack on the tanks. Everybody else stack behind the tanks. Or yeah. It just seemed to be a little too that red arrow is big and glaring in an orange room. I was having trouble seeing it with all the tornadoes and everything. Hopefully the raid markers will stand out. But So here's my plan. Let's give it one more shot like this. We'll start tanking him there and use the Unseen Strike to bounce us in the directions that we want to go, to try to control where the tornadoes are. If we don't get it, we'll take break, and we'll come back with maybe a new plan. It's a lot of movement, and I for one, I'm getting thoroughly turned around. Yeah, I don't even know which direction the boss is facing because he bounces away from us so much. Alright, so if everybody would start over this direction, I'll run straight in through the serpent statue. And once we pull, go ahead and move up towards the stairs if you can. Soon as I get a couple hits in, then hero, please.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On your guard, invaders.
Now.
Lord of Blades will be your opponent.
Okay, 5 seconds to Unseen Strike. Get ready to stack on the tanks. I'll be at the bottom of the steps here.
Taunted.
Elo's got it. Let's go ahead and get Miko up. Pull him a little away from that tornado.
Rebuff.
Unseen Strike's coming up. Taunted. Alright, next time we're going to let him launch us in the direction of Triangle. Unseen Strike.
Taunted.
Okay. Going towards blue next. In 5. But stack on me.
Get away from blue.
This is the technique of a blade lord.
Coming up.
Perfect cut.
Unseen strike coming up. Stack on the tanks. When it comes. Sorry.
Nope.
He launched me forward.
This is the technique of a blade lord.
I'm gonna try to get us out of this corner. Unseen strike coming up. Stack on tanks. Alright, wipe it up.
This is the technique of a blade lord. A perfect cut. A perfect cut.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a break, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can I get a summons back? Summon back.
Alright. Just making sure people are back. Okay, we got most people back. Um, in the interest of trying to control the tornadoes a little bit and not move the boss so much, um, we're gonna try tanking. I'm gonna tank him in the middle, just in front of where we're standing. And I'd like the ranged and heals to start on the green marker. Tight stack. As soon as a tornado heads your way, um, step to just outside of its hitbox, that's outside of its range, and just continue to do that, like dropping void zones. I know not most of us didn't do heroic Lich King, but like the void zones that we draw the shadow traps, which is kind of drop the tornado, move over, drop the next tornado, move over. Melee, of course, will be in the middle, and when he disappears for Unseen Strike, everybody just kind of meets halfway. and then as soon as this, and then you'll, in theory, be knocked back towards where you should be stacked. Jenny, you mind if I stick a marker on you to be a stack point for range and heals? Now, yes, ranged and heals will stack on square. And just be aware that you're going to take a few steps to your right when the tornado comes out, and restack in that new position. The tornadoes do seem to have a bigger reach than they look. I know I was getting bounced all around like, but the tornado's over there. So just be aware of that. The point of this is to try to get all the tornadoes like lined up over there. And then when we should have plenty of space and they won't be scattered all over, and we're trying to weave through them. I was getting lost. All right, ready to check for the bolt. Don't forget to reflask if you flasked before Vizier. So ranged and heals start on triangle, please.
Five, four, three, two, one.
On your guard, invaders. I, Tyak, Lord of Blades, will be your opponent.
Thank you. Unseen strike coming up. Everybody meet at the tanks here. Let's get Vesh and Yaz up, please.
Taunted.
When those tornadoes are hitting in a group like that, it's bouncing everybody.
Yeah, it seems like nobody followed the plan.
Yeah, we need to tighter stack. I think Jenny went the other direction. Oh, I see what's knocking me back. Okay, everybody. Good. Unseen strike coming up. very hard to tell what direction is behind.
It always pops up in front of
Haunted.
the way that the person's facing.
Yeah, but then it's too late. Unseen strike coming up. Be ready. Nice. Taunting.
This is the technique of a blade lord. This is the technique of a blade lord.
Haunted.
Yellow's got it. Unseen strike coming up.
You have too many dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably kill us.
Alright, finish the
Nope.
wipe.
This is the technique of a blade lord.
Okay, I got lost somewhere in the explanations. When we stack on you, we're in front of him, correct? Not trying to get behind him?
Yes, you're only stacking on me on the tanks for a few seconds, so it doesn't matter that you lose a little DPS.
Okay.
The person that's targeted wants their back to be to the group, because that's how the damage soaks. It's like a cone behind the person.
Range, you guys can be further out too. Like, you just want to be max range from the boss. Like, you guys can stand in between these pillars for the first ones, and then just move around the room. What we did once this section was full, we just kind of went down the hallway and dragged the boss down the hallway. So like range would run down the side circle is on, melee and tanks would run down this side, and it just kind of lines them up all the way down.
I don't know if they totally fixed wind step, but looking at details,
It definitely hit everybody.
This pull, the pull that we just did, lasted 4.5 minutes, and we took 31 million wind step damage. And last pull, which lasted 5 3/4 minutes, we only took 14. So a minute and change more, and we took half the damage. So it may not be fixed, but stacking seems to be not on the table. That's true. The issues that we're having are movement. Where am I supposed to be, rather than can we heal through the damage?
People getting one shot is the main issue.
What ability?
I think Unseen Strike keeps killing people. We
Oh
just need
yeah,
to stack better.
yeah, and that's the key. So, Ela, would you come up here and stand kind of on the corner of the steps? Um, Ten, can you come up here? 10 might be not paying attention.
He said he'd be right back.
Okay. All right. Arctus, if you'd stand here. So the way this works is that the damage is going to hit the front of the person that's marked. So depending on where they're facing, we need to be behind them. Now, it's easier for one person to rotate a little bit than 25 people to move. But the person who's going to get hit needs to get to the spot and stand, and the rest of us need to figure out which side is behind them and be actually behind them. It's a very narrow cone. Like, if you're kind of off to the side, you may not. It doesn't look like a narrow cone. Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to stack.
Okay. We need to do a better job of stacking. This has been tight stacks have not been a forte in the past. So with the doubled wind step damage from one pull to the next, I would like to have everybody spread ranged and heals, form kind of a ring around everybody at max range. Healers kind of spread yourselves out. I don't know if you want to assign a healer kind of to each quadrant so that we don't end up with all the healers on one side of the room. All right. Let's have Olo, if you would hang towards circle. Wovley hang towards star. Miko towards triangle. And Jenny towards square. And the other healers fill in a spot, but that gives us spread. Yeah, I thought you'd want to be in melee, and I don't know if do pally healers like to be in melee these days.
So they count as melee if they've used a melee ability in the past, like 25 seconds or something like that. I forget the number.
Okay.
But they can do either depending on what they want to play as.
Right. So Scotty and Vish, you know where you need to be. And Cal, if you want, would you be like towards where the ball, or actually be right where we are here, where we're pulling from, and ranged, just kind of fill in between them. Um, we're trying to keep the center area clear of tornadoes. And when everybody keep an eye on your timers. When Unseen Strike is about to come out, I'm trying to call out the approach of it, but it's not precisely. It's happening right now. You can pop a cooldown for it, but when it's getting close, be ready to collapse in on the tanks. Tight stack.
Five, four, three, two, one.
On your guard, invaders. I, Tyak, Lord of Blades, will be your opponent.
Do you want a less?
Yes. Stack on the tanks.
That was very bad.
Haunted.
Let's get Olo and Artis up. Unseen Strike in 5. Stack on the tanks.
Can't spin once you're in place, Neo.
Taunted.
I'm gonna taunt when my stacks are off.
Okay, stack.
Taunted.
Let's move a little towards the door to get away from that tornado behind us. That's better. Just wanted a little more elbow room. Do we have a battle res?
Getting
Stack, stack, stack. Better. Coming up. You ready to stack? I'm sorry. I
Stack,
let
stack.
you early. Stack now.
We're down 4
Yeah.
healers.
This is the technique of a blade lord.
Stack.
Alright, go ahead and wipe it up.
There is another viable strat where you can eat the unseen strikes and B-res the people that die to it.
We don't have the
Mo-
DPS for it, I don't think.
Most people have abilities that can survive the unseen strike. I know I can eat 2. All mages can eat 2. Paladins can bubble it. It's just a suggested strat if you're having trouble with the unseen strike. So I was
Yeah.
just throwing it out there.
We're getting to 30%. I think that it should be okay if we continue trying and we're getting better.
You know, we got him to 30%. We just need another 10% to get to do phase 2. We could probably pop some raid cooldowns to get us through some of those unseen strikes. Diva Aura is just magic damage, it looks like. It is physical damage. So that gives us what? Bubble and things like rallying cry. What am I missing? Spirit Link. Well, we should all be taking
Smoke bomb.
Does that do physical damage? What? What?
and because I haven't paid attention on my own pally, is Spirit Link a resto thing these days? Resto only?
Yep.
Okay. They move stuff around and I'm still trying to figure. I would assume that it says that if it says damage and not specifically physical or magical, then it's actually damage. Yeah, Devo Aura says magic damage.
My Devo says both.
You're holy. That might make a difference.
Yeah, mine is 20. As long as you're not in the arenas or the battlegrounds, it's 20 for each.
I'm a little jealous. So let's timer on Unseen Strike. What's it, like 45 seconds or so?
Yeah, something like that.
Jenny will call out cooldowns, and everybody make sure you know where your personal cooldowns are. They've added them to most classes, I think, now that didn't used to have them. Although the shaman one is a talent. Okay. But let's continue with that strat. The ranged and heals spread around the room at max range, and we just collapse for Unseen Strike.
Five, four, three, two, one.
On your guard, invaders. I, Kayak, Lord of Blades, will be your opponent.
Zilly Stormlash. Miss Stormlash. Thank you.
Unseen Strike, stack in the middle. Let's get, yeah, it's an extra up. It looks like Unseen Strike has a 45 or 50-second timer. Just guessing by... And it's coming up in 2.
Sassy, you'll cry this one.
This is the
Yeah, on Steam it's like 50.
This is the technique of a Blade Lord.
Unseen strike coming up. 5.
Lovely barrier, this one.
It's 48 seconds.
So we can't quite depend if 30-second cooldowns are not. Should be up for each one.
But it's probably 50. It's just that the timer doesn't show for until 48.
Exactly. Alright. Go ahead and wipe it up. And when we get back on our feet, if somebody could drop a Jeeves, it would probably be good.
This is the technique of a Blade Lord.
There is a Jeeves at the White Flare.
Rebuff.
Five, four, three, two, one.
On your guard, invaders. I, Tyak, Lord of Blades, will be your opponent.
Help, Stormlash. Zilly Stormlash.
Stack behind him.
That was great.
Good.
Taunted.
Helo's got it.
Sauce Cry this one.
Unseen coming up in a few.
Stack.
Igor.
Okay, so it is wider cone than Daunting. Than I was imagining from what they were describing. If you're ranged or heals, be at range. Give me up.
Wobbly Barrier this one. Neos.
Stack.
Can I get fort? Oh, I did. Thank you. Taunting.
Scotty, you will Aura Mastery this one. Devo, whatever.
Okay.
Stack.
Palpatina.
Taunted.
I think we should start moving, right?
Stack.
Yeah. Stack on this.
Calth.
Okay, we'll stay here and let him come to us. Take. No.
Pain Suppression, Callie. Pain Suppression. Thank you.
I have Rally back up.
You'll do the next one.
And Demo Banner if we want it.
Careful with the tornado close to the boss.
Unseen coming up.
Stack.
Olo.
Coming up. Okay, 3% to phase 2.
Beware.
Whee!
Make sure you're solid on health before you go.
Miko roar. Palpatina healing tide. Zilly healing tide. Olo roar. Palpatina Stormlash. Zilly Stormlash.
Oh!
Transition soon. Healthstones
Stay
personal.
alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Callie Debo. Artist Debo. Neos, if you have AMZ, maybe that'll help. Hawkeye Smoke Bomb.
Smoke bomb, yeah.
Any rises?
If we got any battle resistance that we can reach.
Just kill him, kill him.
11 seconds to berserk. Nice job, guys. That was big progress.
This is actually a really fun fight.
I ran in. It might be easier or faster to summon me.
Yeah, we got something on him. Well, looks like he's almost here. All right. So we just do that again, a little better. Make sure when Unseen Strike is over that you get, if you're ranged or heals, you get back to your outer ring position. So that we're not dropping tornadoes in the middle as much as we can. All right. Building in 10.
Five, four, three, two, one.
On your guard, invaders. I, Tyak, Lord of Blades, will be your opponent.
Hero.
Help, Stormlash. Zilly, Stormlash. On me.
Stack, stack. Good.
Miss, Stormlash.
Haunted.
Thank you.
Jason, Stormlash. Saucy Demo banner this one.
Unseen coming up.
Stack.
Taunt when you can. Taunted.
Scotty, you'll Devo this one.
It's coming up.
Stack.
Back up.
Devo.
Nice. 50%.
Sasu, you'll cry this one.
Stack.
Artist. Miko Trank.
I'm putting them back.
Pain Suppression Callie.
Taunted.
Lovely, you'll barrier this one. And Olo, you'll Trank afterwards. Stack.
Stack.
I got it.
Get all of it.
No, that was too early.
Yeah. Move him a little away from, a little towards Star.
Not when you can.
Got it.
This will be a personal cooldown, Telstone.
Beware.
Never mind.
Let's just stay alive.
Miko Roar. Palp and Zilly, use your Healing Tide. Palp Stormlash. Zilly Stormlash. Base, use your healing cooldown. Personals if you got them. Scotty, Devo. Callie, Devo.
Looks cute.
There you go.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Pick up your sigil.
Someone like that someday. To hear that sound. But to have it happen into my own thorax is ridiculous.
We get to do that fight again in 2 days.
Oh, nice. Drop 2 offhands.
I didn't get a res. Did we do that
Yeah,
yet?
I did it at the other end. I'm gotten.
Offhands aren't exactly the easiest to come by unless you want to buy the BOE.
Okay. I think we got enough here to pull trash. Let's yank the middle group out.
Big guys hit a little bit hard, but other than that, it's not that bad.
Pitiful wingless scrubs! You step out
Okay,
into
left.
my domain, and I will hear your death screams as you plummet from this terrace!
I can't cast that yet.
Civic! In formation! Show them who controls the winds of Pandaria!
I'm not the big guy. Or I will.
Boss comes down after the last big dude is dead, just FYI.
Okay. We'll go get Diamond next, and then pull the other group back to the stairs.
Wrath of the Empress! Bring mighty Garalon to us!
Okay. So phase 1 lasts until he hits 33%. During this phase, he's not tankable. He's going to put pheromones on one player, and he'll fixate on that player, and they have to kite him. What I was reading said he starts with the player that's closest to him on pull. So hopefully we can control who that is. You can pass the pheromones from one person to another by running through each other. And in addition to making the boss fixate on you, it does. It has a dot and it stacks every 2 seconds. We want to pass it off around 20 stacks, I think.
15 for 25 men.
Okay. So 15 stacks. And you want to kite him around the very edge that is weird looking. To give us as much room in the middle as possible.
On normal, do we have to do anything special with his legs, or is that only on heroic?
His legs are still attackable and all. So, correct me if I'm wrong. The person who has pheromones is going to be dropping a puddle behind them.
Yes.
Okay. I remember that from back then. So that's part of the reason you want to be kiting him all the way around the edges so that we don't fill up the room in the middle with puddles. Make sure everybody else to stay out of the puddles. They do damage, obviously. What things on the ground don't. We can DPS his legs. And if you look, he's got that those green dotted circles around each leg. If you're within that circle of the leg that you're hitting, you do more damage. So we'll be and when we kill a leg, it slows him down and takes a chunk of health. He's periodically going to mend his legs, so we'll have to keep killing them if we want to slow him down. I get mixed up. Back on the pheromones, when we pass the pheromones from one person to another, he's going to do crush. So I'm guessing it's that pink circle is the danger zone.
The whole raid is danger when he does crush.
Right, but it does extra damage to anybody. It said something like more damage to if you're within 14 yards. And it does a knockdown for everybody.
Yeah, the purple circle is if anyone touches it, he'll do an extra crush. So purple circle bad.
Okay.
So never go in purple.
Great. Kill the legs.
How do you pass the pheromones?
Run through each other. So the person will have a list who's going to be next, and that person just goes and runs through the first one, first person. And everybody's got to pay attention to that because most of us are going to end up having to do it at some point. And yeah, make it a running handoff. So that is 100 down to 33%. At 33%, he becomes tankable.
No, that's heroic.
That's heroic.
Oh, he just his
stays
kite.
this space. Yeah, kite the whole boss.
I don't have anything to do.
Oh, trust me, you're
Oh,
gonna
you
have
do.
fun staying, yeah, you're gonna have fun staying in front of that boss.
Yeah, we gotta stay in front of him, Callie. and not get in the purple circle.
And kill eggs while you're
Right.
doing it too.
That's the guide. The guide seemed to miss that for me. I was only seeing tank him at the end, but okay.
The frontal cone that he does,
but the-
any two people can soak it.
Right. So we have to have the two of us stacked to soak his swipe. So let's start with give me a second to finish my list right here. Do we excuse melee from kiting?
Yes, you should only.
Yeah,
have
melee should
range.
never kite.
Okay.
You run out of range, you can't have a healer doing it. You can't have a healer do it.
All right. So we'll start with, from what I understand, just the, so let's have Og start, get the initial aggro and start the kiting. Then we'll have Hawkeye, the hunter. So it'll be Og, Hawkeye, Palpatina, Jeff, Mars, Zilly, Yaz, Igor, Wolf. Can we make it just a single group?
Yeah, you should need 5 or 6.
You only need like
Okay.
5.
Maybe it's heroic then that I'm getting mixed up.
Heroic, you need more.
Right, there's a debuff that. Okay, let me shuffle some people around a little bit.
It's a 2-minute debuff on normal, so really by the time they're done getting stacks, they only have like a minute left. So you can do it with like 4 people.
All right, group 3 is going to be our kiters then.
I'll start the pad over here in this corner.
Got it. All right, let's give this a pull. We've only got time for 1 or 2 pulls, so. But I want to at least see it.
You're gonna want your first kiter to run in and hit the boss, get aggro, and
Yeah, I'm up there in front.
yeah, the closest person gets it.
Okay, it looks like 15 or so. So for the group 3, did you guys talk about an order in party chat, or should I give an order real quick? Right. So Og will start. Hawk will be second. Yaz third. Mars. Palpatina. Thank you. Okay. Everybody's ready. Og, go ahead. I'm gonna so that we can stay there. We hold still.
Melee. It also helps since we're going. If we're dropping sacks counterclockwise, I would never be on that front left leg because there's a chance you're going to get hit with the frontal. So, like, go front right, back left, and then come back to the front right. Because the boss is going to be turning the whole time.
All right. I'll give you a pull timer then, Og.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Grind their bones to dust!
Do a big move.
Watch out for this way.
Beware.
Someone's gonna have to take my spot in the rotation.
Okay, yeah, this is next.
Beware.
Mars, you're next.
Range, you guys should be attacking the body at all times, not legs.
Mars, you come over and take it.
Beware.
Last cry.
Okay, another mirror or Hawkeye get res so we can get back in our rotation.
Beware.
Yep, get
Beware.
We pick it up off of Mars.
I guess so.
Someone with pheromones dies, you just go to their body and you step on
Yeah,
their body.
Palp's got it. Palp's got it. Igor, can you get it next after Palp? Go ahead and pick it up now. Can. Somebody needs to get it off of Palp.
Mist, can you? Go ahead and wipe it up.
Beware. Beware.
Quick wipe, and we can get one more pull in.
Beware.
So you said range on the body, not on the legs. What's the reason for that?
I mean, you still have to kill the body. Melee, there's more than enough damage for melee to kill the legs.
Should we still try and be in the circles?
You can. Not a bad thing.
Just put dots
Normally,
on the legs.
yeah, normally, like the way we did it is we'd have just healing rain down and all the range is stacking healing rain. Just makes it easier for healers. But all melee have to kill the same leg at the same time, otherwise we're just taking forever to kill legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DPM's auto marking the person who's running with circle. Or it took circle.
If
I'm
you're in
gonna
the
put
if you're in the blue circle and you're attacking the body, does that still help you? Or should I just stay out?
Makes it
it only
easier
helps
for
the legs.
it makes it easier for healers and range to be stacked for healing purposes. And the boss can only take 16 debuffs by killing legs. So like eventually he'll run out of legs to kill. So
I thought he only could only take 4 debuffs.
4 at a time, but it drops off, like the stacks fall off.
Okay, I got what you mean.
After you do 16 of them total, he can't take anymore. So like that's why range goes on the body.
Okay. We'll do one more quick pull. Melee should stick with Diamond, so that you're all on the same leg. Elo and I need to do a little better job sticking together, mostly on me. And everybody, especially the pheromones people who are moving in and out, need to not be within that cone when he hits.
Yeah, if I get trapped in that top right corner like I did last time, I'm going to go back around the other way this time. I'll call it out if I do.
All right.
We're hearing at the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
You there, Elo? Thank you.
Are we going to have a mark, Lernus to follow, or?
It fell off,
Range?
but basically just stay behind the boss with me.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I was trying. It's a little confusing to find his head, but yeah.
All right. Pull timer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Neo, you went in too quick.
I don't have pheromone.
Yeah, Neo went in too quick.
Just bring it to me out this corner where we started last time, Whoever has it.
Beware.
All right. Somebody come get them off me.
I'm coming. Just
I
stop me.
would just try
Yeah.
that again.
Beware.
Well, we don't have
You
time.
gave it back. Back to me.
Beware.
I got it.
So, sorry. Let's go ahead and
Beware.
well, where I don't even know where I'm.
It's honestly best
Yeah.
for hunters to start off with it because they can camouflage in and then be right up next to the boss and start attacking.
Beware.
They get the pheromones right there. They start their kite.
Right.
You can also hit hero and hunters lose 0 DPS by moving around.
Let's go ahead and wipe it. We'll come back in on Tuesday.
Beware.
And I think that we'll have a little more gear because we'll have 2 more bosses down.
Are we gonna be doing this on Sunday as well?
My plan is to start in here on Tuesday, and either spend all of Tuesday in here or to a point that we're stuck. I would like to clear Mogashan, at least the 5 bosses that we have for the gear. But this gear is higher eye level, and that's what we need. So I'm making this a priority. I would expect we'll be in here at least part of Sunday.
It doesn't seem like we're going to spend as much time on the last guy the next time we do it, because that was good practice. That was,
Yeah.
It was totally a getting used to it sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice job. Really nice job on the first boss. Good work learning the second boss. And we'll get this guy. He's really not that difficult. Just once we figure out the handing off. So, does anybody need mats from the guild bank for enchants and such? They're there, use them.
Thanks for the raid. Catch you guys later.
Have a good night.
Later.
Yep, have a good night, everyone.